y'all. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode at the Block Party PM. I'm your co-host, Jessica.
And I'm Shanae.
And I'm China.
All right now, y'all. Let's get straight into it. I mean, this weekend is like Memorial Day weekend, and there's a lot of festivities going on that aren't really happening where I am, at least, but I have seen a lot of things that are actually going on. With that being said, I decided to bring on my favorite personal drink, well, one of my favorites, because I have moved on to the lime gimlet, which was 2 episodes ago. So join us, check that out if you haven't. And this is an amaretto sour. Now, what I will say, you know what? I'm gonna hold that off. Ladies, how y'all feeling about the drink? Because I know y'all not really sweet people. Well, Shanae isn't.
It's a hell no for me, Jess. I'm gonna take hell no. I'm
not surprised.
Hell no, and a left to never again, and probably a right to absolutely not.
Well, that's because you made it, and you're not a bartender. So I just want you to know that.
Mine's actually sour.
Yeah.
Not put lime juice and lemon juice.
Mm-hmm. A little twist.
And it's really good, actually. I like a little sweet, spicy, sour drink, and I love it.
You know what's so funny is earlier today I feel like you told me that the drink sucks. So it's crazy that it's now shifting, and I don't know if like you're shifting it.
No. Okay, let me.
Tell the truth, trying to shame the devil.
Let me tell you. I said, because Shanae is messy. Let me just start with saying that. I said making the drink sucks, but I hadn't actually made it to taste it yet. Mm-hmm. So now that I've tasted it, I like it. I've actually had this out before one other time, and I liked it. But now that I made it myself, it's better. Thank you very much.
I just want to know, because maybe the viewers back home are like, they're struggling on making their drink because it sucks, and then how do they jazz it up? You know what I mean?
Well, what I noticed is there are a plethora of ways to make this drink. You can add egg white. You can not add egg white. You can add simple syrup or not add simple syrup. You could add water. It's like 1,000,001 ways. You just do it look at the ingredients and see what you like. Make sure the ingredients that you like, that you're used to drinking. And I think that would be the ingredients you should follow for your drink personally.
I'll take that.
I'm not surprised. Shanae don't like sweet stuff. Y'all know she's really a straight chaser.
Anything. And
I can't fuck with her drinks, really. So we're even. Cheers. Cheers to us. So I wanted to talk about social media this week, y'all, because I feel like I want to talk about social media and, the influences that it has on our lives. And I really was sitting down and talking to some friends, and I wanted to know, like, what was the last time you felt like you were a free thinker? Like the thought that came across your mind to do something, or the fact that you liked something or an outfit was honestly a free thought. Like you're like, you know what, I like this. It wasn't because you were influenced by scrolling on Instagram. It wasn't because you saw it on an influencer. Like, when was the last time you had a free thought? And does social media really impact your everyday life like that? And your thoughts? How do you guys feel about it?
Wow, that was an 8-parter. I'm like, what question do I answer first?
I can definitely take it on, I will say, the fitness aspect and the body image aspect. Like 100%, I will say that, it doesn't, I sometimes look at social media and I'm like, okay, because y'all know, I was blessed with the boobs, but God was like, now you can't have everything. So my ass, I don't have that. So sometimes I'm like,
have it all.
So when I see all of these and I'm scrolling through the social media and I'm like, I see all these dang injections and butts and all of that sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I do question, like, am I missing something? Am I supposed to be, keeping up with the Joneses of social media world? Like, sometimes I do wonder that. And I would say free thinking as far as like, when it comes to my business or something like that, no, but definitely I would say body image. They can try to come in there where you're like, oh, or it's like, oh, it's not, I'm also like a very minimalistic person. Like, I don't like a lot, to me, I throw on some earrings and a red lip, that's boop, I'm done. I don't need it. I don't want anything else, So, and it is frustrating. It's frustrating when they make it seem like, I feel like specifically social media influencers make it seem like it's super easy, Like, it's like, oh, I just woke up like this. It's like, right. I think you've been sponsored. You got a couple of people that's sending you some meals, or you got a great trainer or whatever. And then, you know, so I just wish that it wasn't so, this is how it's supposed to be, you know, and I think people are following that trend.
For me, like, okay, you said, when was the last time I had a free thought? Like, that was scary when you asked, like, so I'm like, dang, because I think even when I was younger, like, I was into like magazines, books, and I remember like wanting the soda shoes from the Spice Girls. Like, I was like, I need those. I need the platform shoes. So that was being influenced by the Spice Girls. And I was in like 3rd grade. So I mean, like, I feel like positively influence and negatively influence is 2 different things. So I feel like when you're on social media, because everyone's life is not exactly like that, it's just their highlight reel. So I think that sometimes negatively influences me, but I try to use it for positive, where like, I love getting outfit ideas. I love seeing someone on an outfit being like, I'm gonna try that. And like, people that know me know I love clothes. I'm into that. I'm like, okay, like, she's small, I'm gonna figure out how to buy a long skirt, tie a t-shirt. Like, so I let it influence my fashion, I think. Yeah. More.
That's so funny that you mentioned like seeing the Spice Girls and wanting to get like platform sneakers, because that's so like, duh, that's another, like, that's the original influence. Yes. You know, that's before it came, you know, before social media was a thing, that was it, like magazines and books even, or just television in and of itself. For me, also what I noticed online is a lot of like dating and relationships that are doing it for the gram, because not only do they portray this happy, glamorous life, I have seen like couples be like, okay, we broke up in their next YouTube video, and you're like, damn, well, I thought it was all gravy. Like, what happened?
YouTube video, like, what is that?
Yeah.
I didn't know those existed. People are doing breakup videos together, like, so-and-so and I broke up, we're no longer, like, it's just such a weird generation sometimes that we're like a part of, that you never thought, like, that was stuff that people kind of like kept private, and to see people now like, you know, use it for clickbait is so wild to me. Like, so negative social media influencing is like, for me, I think that's like clickbait, that's like, you know, a whole bunch of nudity. Like, I was telling my friend today, like, I don't like this, people will be like, oh, that sounds fake, but I do not like when a picture of like maybe some boobs, some thighs, like a bathing suit picture or something gets more likes than me like really trying to tell people something. Like, I've literally been like, go back to Africa, it's our roots, that's our ground, go back to Africa, visit your ancestors. And people are like, yeah, but they're like, oh, tits. And I'm not talking about just guys, I'm like, girls and guys, like, a body image photo will get a lot of likes. And it's like, and I'm like, just read the caption. And people are like, it's too long. It's not even that long.
No, I agree. I agree the same way. Like, literally, if you go through my pictures, you guys know I'm like the worst when it comes to social media. I literally.
He's the worst.
I'm the worst. I'm not
likewise though.
I just, something about it is like, I can be cool with everybody. I love people, but something about social media, I just haven't grasped it yet. Like, I'm like, just telling my business, but like, I want to share with certain things I want to share. And I've noticed, like, you know, a picture that I'm looking, having my little boobs out, or I'm having a swimsuit on, you know, it's insane that I'll get way more likes on that photo than something that's like, you know,
work.
That means something, you know, or work, or, you know, like I did like a Tupac quote that was like really dope. And then it was like, okay, you get 30 likes, but then when I put it out and it didn't say anything, then it was like I got like 175 or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. My follower game is like way lower compared to, you know, the social media influencers that are out there. But like, I'm like, dang, this is crazy. And then it makes you think like, then you probably start getting in your head like, wait, am I supposed to have like a certain amount of likes and a certain amount of followers? Am I supposed to have that? And then am I not as successful as these other people because I don't have all that? Like, you know what I mean? You start thinking about that, and then I think that's why I'm not this great social media person, because I hate the way I feel like social media has made certain people become.
Yes.
I agree.
That's like, I know a couple like influencers, and it's so hard for me to get into like the influencing world, because I know so many influencers that are like starving or struggling, or like not, and not that that's bad, that's a real part of life, but they're not being transparent, and they're selling a dream instead of being like, hey, I get up and I look this great and I'm doing all this stuff, and stuff is not straight at home, but I'm hustling, I'm keeping, but they're just trying to like, you know, combat this like image, and they're like, you know, it's like it becomes like really fake, and it becomes phony, and I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that, you guys.
Oh, I can't.
It's very fake it till you make it for a lot of people on there, but I do love when I see it used properly. Like, I can understand it from a business standpoint, to be able to like promote your products, to be able to put yourself out there and your person out there, if that's a part of your brand, you know. I think that it's great and useful for things like that. And you always like, I'm like Shanae in the fact that I don't care to put my personal business out there. Yes. Like, why do you care? Like, that's the biggest thing for me, is like, why do you care? Because I don't care about what you're doing. I hope that you are successful and doing great, but I don't need to see it every day.
That's true.
I just don't, like, it doesn't do anything for me. And it's crazy how now, like, there, you know, the statistic is our attention span is of less than a goldfish after 5 seconds.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Houseway. And it's like, when I see my younger sister on her phone nonstop, it literally drives me fucking crazy. Because we are like from the era where we didn't, like, the phone was introduced to us, you know? So we know life without a cell phone, and we know life with a cell phone. So for us, I feel like it's easier, some of us, it's easier, at least for me personally, I'll speak on that. It's easier for me not to be attached to my phone and attached to social media, because I know a time without it.
Yeah. So can we blame them? Can we blame the kids?
No, I don't think.
No, because parents use it. Yeah, I mean, parents use the phone, you know, just in general to pacify our kids. So that's where that starts.
I think when it comes down to it, here's the thing. It does, I agree, it has its pros and cons, but then there are some times where it's like, what the hell is going on? You know what I mean? Like quarantine radio.
Yeah.
Good example.
Yeah.
Like, literally, such a good show. But then you got the other side of it where you're like, one hand, and then I will literally look at Tory Lanez's comments, and I'm like, sometimes I just go in there for the comments, because I'm not looking at the ass and the milk dropping on the road. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at that. I'm literally looking at reading the comments on some of these people, and it's a mixture. It's a mixture of guys, it's a mixture of women, it's all of that in there. Yeah. It's literally to see people go on there, and then I think, like, wait a minute, what are we doing right now? Because I want to make sure that, one, who the hell is looking at this? Because is there some, like,
1,000 people?
But out of that, how many of them are impressionable people and children? And
99.9% of them.
499,000.
99.9%
one that's not.
They clicked it.
Yeah.
Because they clicked it. It doesn't matter what you're there for. If you click the link, you're supporting the number increasing.
Yeah.
Like, it's entertainment, but you're still supporting the fuckery.
But it's telling though, because you're like, I want to watch this. It's so freaking funny and entertaining.
Or research based.
What'd you say, China?
Like I said, or just for research based. Like we have an online show too. So sometimes it's like, what is bringing in 500,000 people? Granted, it's ass, but it also is Tory Lanez's personality. It's also they're you know, the hype man. It's a lot of other elements. It's him being transparent to show us his world. It's other celebrities popping in. That's the real draw. And so I think that's sometimes, you know, like you go in there for that. But I don't like when 500,000 people are in there, but then you go on the Shade Room and there's like a story about a little girl that's missing, and it's like a story with where to find her. People are like, I'm not reading that. Tell me what it says. I'm like, it's 7 lines. People are like, I'm not reading all that. I'll come back later for the comments. I'm like, you guys have no, like, you could sit in Tory Lanez for an hour, but you can't.
My question for you is, China, are you cool with us doing like just an OnlyFans for you to create an account, you know what I mean, just to get us started? Because we got to get the views, and I think you were talking about that.
Yeah, I would do an OnlyFans, and I would read on there. Like I would have books, and people would pay, and maybe you know, maybe sometimes just a bra, but I would read, because people
you would really do that.
Because you know, sometimes you need a little sex to draw them in, a little sex appeal. So you know, maybe a little bra. Definitely a shirt over it, you know, but a little something to give them a look at. And I would read like books that were afraid. So I would start with Cat in the Hat, and then I would get to, like, you know, Harry Potter or something, just to, because I want people to engage.
All right. So okay, China's is the Dr. Seuss of China love OnlyFans. So then, Jess, what is your go-to to draw them in OnlyFans account? What are you doing?
I'm doing short clips of China, breast up, we're doing commercials, our own commercials with her opening a book. Come and join. Come and join me. You know, we don't want them to know that you're only going to read to them.
Yeah.
We don't want them to know that, you know?
It makes you wonder, though, with the social media stuff, it makes you wonder, like, do you jump on board to what everybody else is doing? Or, like...
Listen, let me tell you something. Erica Mina was like, y'all could laugh at me for having a fucking OnlyFans page, but I just banked in 100K racks plus. She's like, y'all can laugh all you want. You want to call me broke, but this is just one of my, you know, my income for now for quarantine. And it's crazy because it's like a lot of people, especially, you know, I guess professional dancers, they have to find different ways to make money, to make income. And maybe Tory lives, you know, live, he's asking for cash apps and he's telling people to send people money. I don't know how successful.
That's what I was like, how much money could you really make for not even 5 minutes, a minute of dancing?
And pouring the milk on yourself. I don't know. But if there's a celebrity in there, he might come in your DM and that might be your new cash cow. We don't know. We don't know what the statistics are. But we will use China to find that out. God bless you. Coronavirus.
Bravo, China. Bravo for taking one for
the team.
Social media.
We love to see it.
I will be the guinea pig. But my thing is, okay, let's make a list, verbal list of things that are not even in our minds, positive things we like to see on Instagram versus negative things that we think that we could do without on Instagram. So like on our positive list, what will we put on there?
To be honest, I don't mind a lot of the posts on Instagram. I do mind the hard work not being put in the captions. Does that make sense? Like, I want to know, like, if I see, you know, like Aisha Curry, I think that, like, I personally am like, I loved her just the way that she was before. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know, for instance, with her, I just want to know, like, did you do that really for you? Or was other people telling you to do that? And sometimes when I look at these captions and these posts, I'm like, it just sometimes, and I love her, again, I love her. So I don't want to use her too much an example, but I'm saying this to say that I feel like sometimes people are changing for social media and not
like a picture of your ass and you're kind of like, the Lord will make a way, and you're like, what does that have to do with this ass shot? Or like, you know, like, or you're like, it's like you're riding like I had a girl, she was on a 4-wheeler and like she had her ass up and was looking back and she was like, the road less traveled or something, and I was like, how
take the road.
How she try to use that good life quote for a photo of her ass? Like, when did it? You know, like that's a real thing. But I am a person. I have a notes full of travel captions, and so when I take pictures, I'm like, I take pictures sometimes for my captions. But you know, I don't try to get like super sexy. I'm like a 5-picture minimum at one location. I'm out of there.
But I'm fine with that. I'm fine with, for if you're talking about this, I'm fine with travel photos, showing you where you are. You can even have a bikini in the travel photo and on where you are. You know, I'm fine with the recipe. You know what I mean? Somebody's in there and they're showing the different recipes. I'm fine with, hey, these new shoes just came out. I just got them. These are dope.
Do you have to share the man you're traveling with? Do you have to share the man? Like when you travel and let's say a guy pays for your trip, do you have to show the guy?
Absolutely not. That's to each its own. I mean, I'm definitely very private with mine. So like literally, I don't think everybody needs to be in mine because people are nosy. My relationship is my relationship. So I don't even post.
Listen,
even if the relationship, like, if it's your sugar daddy, like, you know, like you don't have to post him, right?
The relationship will be good today, gone tomorrow. So no, as far as anyone knows, I'm single, honey.
Oh,
my husband, my kids. Absolutely.
Right. And even that sometimes it's like, could be awfully, sparingly. I would say that. Sparingly.
I guess it's hard to tell if people are really genuine. And I think that's why this conversation is actually really good, because how do you know? Because it's also going back to, I used to say this for the music I listen to, right? Like I don't listen to like a lot of like neo soul or like that underground rap, like it doesn't get me. But if you're talking about some trap music and some hoes and some let me get my money, probably gonna go over here because I'm saying I want to turn it off. So sometimes I don't want to think about all of that. I want to go over here. So maybe that's what a lot of these social media influencers are doing. It's like they really feel so bad about themselves sometimes that they're like, you know what, Instagram or social media is the only way that I can like show the happier side of me without people seeing the bad.
What about
but it's so weird because social media, I feel like it's such a red curtain, even for celebrities. Like when it comes to influencers, it's just, again, to post a picture of them smiling, but in like behind the picture, they're fucking crying or they have no social community, they can't communicate socially. Like, it's just like, it's kind of, it's sad. And then it also like leads to, or like just having them literally, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say here because I just lost my thoughts, so please bear with me.
Well, question for you. What has for you on social media, like I was saying how body image with certain things would get to me. What for you when you're scrolling through social media, what has been some things that's been like,
For me, my main discrepancy with social media is that we can create, like, and I might be a Debbie Downer and fucking kill the mood, but we can create these type of platforms, but we don't use it to like the betterment. Like I like when we're using it for a Breonna Taylor situation or, an Ahmaud Arbery situation where we rally and we get the fuck together and we stand up for our rights. Like that's what I like to see. All the other shit I can really do without, because 9 times out of 10, you don't even speak to half the people that follow you anyway. So to see what they're doing is like, again, do you really fucking care? Do you fucking care?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to be opposite. I'm devil's advocate always. But you guys know I probably am on social media the most between the three of us. I'm definitely, I don't like that, Sinead. Don't do too much. For sure, hands down. She, 100%.
100%.
I'm hands down on social media. But for instance, like I went to Dubai in 2017, met some friends, blah, 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 blah. They live in the UK. I live here. I haven't seen them since 2017, but we keep in touch, birthdays, I see their lives a little bit here and there through social media. I went to Ghana in December. My boy that I was really cool with him that week in Dubai. He's in Ghana. They took care of me. You know what I'm saying? I kicked it with them and it was just like we were in 2017. So sometimes social media it keeps you with a lot of friends. I just went to DC and met some people that I met, but it's because of social media. I can keep track of a lot of different people. What I don't like is there's 2 girls that I'm thinking of in my head right now that I've met on social media that are influencers that have more than 10,000 followers each. And they're great online. They want to help you. They come off like they want to be so, you know what I'm saying? They want to be very influential and they want to show you the way. But in person, they're very shitty. Like, I can't get behind that. And when I see that once, when I live through it, now nothing you say is valid. Like, you could really be telling me, like, let me show you this great workout routine. I'm like, you don't work out. You're not even nice. You don't even pay your bill. You can't pay your bill at a restaurant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you try to run off on a bill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not a nice person. But you have all these followers that love you. Like, I can't get behind that. It makes me crazy.
And behind that comes the cyberbullying and the fucking trolling. Cyberbullying and trolling. Like, have any one of you, do you know anyone like that has personally like been through that or experienced that, or have any like younger relatives or family members that go through cyberbullying and trolling because of the internet?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
I work with.
I have little cousins that like literally. I have a little cousin that that was hard for her. And literally, she can't have social media right now. Being homeschooled, it's hard because, and it was hard for us because we come from a family where it's like it's strength, and to have somebody being bullied that's so young and you don't know what to do, that's the hardest thing because it's really just social media controlling everything in her mind. It's not real. Like a lot of that stuff is just not real.
Right.
That's the crazy part, because when I work with kids and I always tell them that, like, it's not real, like, don't worry about it, whatever. But it's like, it's so insane because
you're in it.
It's not like when we were kids, like you could be bullied at school and then go home and be like, oh, life is good, my family's great, I love being home. But that shit's 24/7 for them. Like that trolling shit is 24/7. Like that, like in our hands, we have in our pocket, people checking our pictures, people liking our pictures, people saying comments, like the shit is 24/7. So it's like sometimes you have to remove it. I've been seeing a lot of posts during this time where people say like, unfollow all the pages that make you feel a certain way.
Absolutely.
And I was like, wow, I never thought to do that because I don't want to be mean. People that follow me, I want to follow them back, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, I should really do that. Like things that don't bring me joy or don't make me feel good in my skin, I should unfollow. Even if it's like Tiana Taylor, who I love, but sometimes I look at her body and I'm like, what am I doing? Like I suck. I haven't even had a kid and my body doesn't look like that. So it's like so maybe it's like unfollowing her for a little bit because even though I love her.
Right. It's 100%. It's 100% that. And I will tell you, I think that goes for anything. Anything. Yeah. Like, I really do. I think that it's the same thing for if somebody's not bringing you joy in your life. Like, you don't need to be dealing with them. And a lot of times I think we're sometimes following, or people are sometimes following people because they don't want to miss out.
Yeah.
FOMO.
FOMO is real. FOMO is real on Instagram. Right now, everybody's where? Houston, Lake Havasu, San Diego just got shut down. People are having, like, people act like Memorial Day can't come and you can't be in a pool. People say Memorial Day and pool is like, it's like they go together. I'm like, do y'all even know what Memorial Day is? Anybody?
No, they don't.
Research? Everybody's like, Memorial Day means hot links and pools. That's all Memorial means. To Memorial Day, because that's all people want to do. And it was like, I was scrolling through and I was like, and I was looking and it was like, we really weren't missing these. Everybody was just standing around, but it was like the need for everybody, like people were looking like, dang, I want to just be there. And it was just a bunch of people standing around in swimsuits.
Cabin fever. At this point, and people don't want to miss out. Like, people are tired of being in their damn house. So now they could add new photos to the gram. And that's the thing too, like social media, it is, it's the new photo album. So you can't, like, I'm guilty of having like photos with celebrities, friends or things like that. But it's not for me to be braggadocious. Like, if you go on my page, you will see that I post probably 5 times or less a year. Like, I'll go, like, my sister's birthday was in April and I didn't post again till my birthday in December because I really don't give a fuck like that. Mm-hmm. So I think that there are some good points, and I love like the comedic aspects of social media, like seeing Pretty B or B Simone, or seeing like the comedy skits on there like that, like crack you up and build you up and to be like, yo, this shit is funny. And we always share like banter and stuff, and there are so many uplifting like businesses, whether you're looking at, couples that work together in a positive light, not anyone that's kind of just taking pictures for the gram, but they have a business, or, you're looking to start up your own business. I think that, again, for the business aspect, for me personally,
business aspect,
I can understand it.
Instagram is like, for booming. The business aspect, business is booming. But I also know people that have like I know Instagram is not a good money tool when you're not like doing ads or doing like the Fashion Nova stuff. Like, if you just have 1 million followers and you're verified, that doesn't bring you money. Now on YouTube, having a lot of subscribers and views, that brings you money. Instagram doesn't pay like that.
Right.
So I think when I see people like that, and people don't realize that, people are like, oh, he got 700,000 followers on Instagram. I'm like, that does not mean money. I have a friend that has 1 million followers, literally, and no car. And I'm like, how? If you just got $1, ask every follower to give you $1. Like, I would just try it as a social experiment. I'm not even, like, I was being social. I'm like, we should just ask everybody, like, hey, everybody, cash at me $1. Even if half the people did it, you would be cool, bro. Like, you don't have a car?
It's an 80-20 rule when it comes to those numbers too. It's 80-20 because a lot of people are just, they're lookers. They're just, they're being nosy. So literally 20% of them actually really fuck with you and are engaging in your content anyway. So even 20% out of 1 million ain't fucking shabby. So you should try it. Like, pass the 1 million to us, we'll try it out for you. Just switch the account from the Block Party PM and we'll try it out for you. Okay.
And subtract the 10% you bought, because a lot of people pay for them too. Subtract that 10%. 10% is still good.
I think that's the thing too. It's coming from a world where like people are like buying followers. Like, that's crazy. Like, why are y'all doing that? Like,
buying likes. Okay, because people don't realize, like, we know ratios. You can't have 50,000 followers and 80 likes. It doesn't work because even by chance, if your picture passed by 50,000 people and I'm mindlessly liking, you're going to have more than 80, or you hope. But that's also why your brand has to be like, you have to make sure whatever you start selling is something that you do the whole time. Because it's like if your business is going to be freaking bracelets, like it's gonna have to be, and people are following you for bracelets. You can't start selling skirts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because
randomly,
it's like people that followed you want bracelets, and I think that's what messes me up sometimes too. Because I'll have people that are like trying to sell me, you know, like this wellness life. Like, okay, I'm here for wellness, and I want you to, you know, be mentally healthy. And I'm following them, and then I see them like, you know, twerking at, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Or like, if you're my financial advisor, I can't have you be my financial advisor and I can't watch you at the strip club. I love you. I want to support you, but I can't watch you throw dollars at the strip club if you're my financial advisor, because those don't go together. Or maybe I can't follow you on Instagram, but it doesn't go. You have to keep your brand the whole time on Instagram, or you shouldn't be an influencer.
Well, China, that you made great points about, you know, businesses and how to actually brand yourself on social media. I think that for me, the last thing I would say that bothers me about it is the word follow. That just follow, that word is just like, when you're an Indian and you're a chief, like you just know you come from two different lifestyles, two different mindsets. So just to be like, follow for me, unless I'm getting something out of it. That's why my boy Gary Vee, when he's like, you post valuable content, I can fuck with it. Other than that, I don't need to see your ass. I don't need to see your titties. And I don't need to see your kids. Thank you.
It trips me out too, because like the whole follower game is like a whole world, right? Like, so like people that, like there'll be people that will follow and unfollow the person because they wanted the follower. Like it's a game, and I'm like, whoa, why are you guys doing that? That's crazy.
Or I'll have someone that I don't even know be like, I followed you, follow me back, please. I ain't ask you to follow me. I ain't ask you. I don't know you. I don't know you. All right, y'all. So with all that being said, we want to just close with some tips. All right. We think, like we said, that you should limit your your intake on social media.
If it's not positive.
I mean, limit it regardless, because you're just swiping up. That's it. Like, you're being nosy, you're swiping up, you ain't doing shit.
Jess, if they want to be on social media, it ain't bad. Thank you.
Jess is that guy from DeVry. Remember, he was like, you're not doing nothing. You're on the couch. Calm down, Jess. Calm down. Maybe they want to sit on the couch. Maybe they just got off work.
Listen. But it is, like China said, it's great. I do think it's great to expand your network. So if you're doing it for business purposes and things like that, staying in contact with people you met, family, relatives, you know, close friends that you've known for a long period of time, or new friends if you want to fucking follow them, do that. Just don't do it too often, and just make sure you're genuine in your intake and output on social media. And I would like to say, y'all like this bitch, it's crazy. I would also like to say, just don't get caught up on the following aspect of it. Like, if you're honestly doing there, I think that if you want to build a brand and you want to build a page and network, that you should be consistent with what you post and how you post it, but don't get caught up on the followers even then. Like, just continue to be consistent and you'll see the growth and you'll see things change and happen for you. All right? And
on the like.
Yeah, show what you want to show.
I have friends that are like, if they don't get X amount of likes, they like archive the picture or they delete the picture, and it's like this game. Do not get caught up in the likes, because that's a losing game, and it'll just drive you crazy. Like, literally, I was crazy at one point, and I remember literally being like, okay, girl, as long as the one person that you really care about, like your family or people that like it, that's it. You don't need 500 likes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally had to like look in the mirror and talk to myself like, girl, stop getting crazy. And I had to literally, like, what I call post and go. I had to post and go. Like, literally, I post a picture and I like turn my phone over and I like go do something else, because I don't want to just sit there and watch likes roll in and get obsessed, because that is a very like dangerous mindset, and you don't want to be that connected to this, because it really is empty and doesn't matter.
So with that being said, are we going to do like a social experiment then to...
I love an experiment.
Great idea. So, China, What was your last post on your social? What do you want to post? You want to post smart? You want to post sexy? You want to post motivational? What do you want to post?
Let me see. My last post was, it was us. But the post for, okay, my mother, and then some boobs. I could post, something motivational.
Okay. All right. Shanae, we want to see your titties. We want you to do the sexy post because Shanae doesn't post any sexy pictures like that. I don't feel like Shanae posts sexy pictures.
But as soon as we get on a video, she got the tits out. It's like, what do you want? You want live tits? Like, post the tits.
You gotta work. You gotta work for the tits, and you gotta watch Block Party for the tits. That's what. Well,
and I feel like this is comfortable, Shanae, with me. Like the social media stuff, I'm like, this having my tits out. It's like
no tits. Like, what's the point? No tits.
You don't see what you see. You're just putting up the screen. What are you?
That's okay. We'll find a way to insert and scroll on your social media to see.
No tits for Shanae. We need some tits.
It's work, and you get a selfie. So I will.
They've seen those tits at work. What about Jess? So Shanae, you're gonna do sexy. I'll do motivational. Let me go to Jess's page. Let's see what Jess needs.
I'm going there too myself. Thank you. Oh, it was work. Like I honestly
hasn't posted a photo of herself since December.
My birthday. See. Every year.
Okay, all right. Listen, we just want to we want you by yourself. Nothing else. Selfie. We want a selfie. And we want but we want some sass to it. We want a little, because December 19, shit's happened since then. We're getting COVID.
We had a pandemic happen between them. The goal of this is just to show people that basically like how corrupt and horrible the world is. Is that what we're doing?
And let's see who gets the most likes out of all three of those photos. Let's see who gets the most motherfucking likes, and we'll bring, we'll share, we'll give you guys an update on our Instagram account.
Yeah. Well, because I would say China has, I think, the most followers though. Isn't it off of most followers?
Yeah. Let me see. Let me look.
Yeah, I don't.
A little over 1,500.
Let me see. I'm 19.
I mean, I'm down to see it. Let's see it.
Let's just see what comments. We'll just go based off mood. You know what I'm saying? Not per se likes, but let's see how people vibe, because it has to be based on our normal ratio anyway. Mm-hmm. So, and let's see if it's lower than my normal ratio. You see if yours is lower or higher than your normal ratio, and then Jess will see if yours is lower or higher than your normal ratio.
We want our viewers to also do the same thing, participate, but we challenge you to post all three on your page and see out of your motivational, your selfie, and your sexy, which photo gets the most and how your followers really they engage and how they fuck with you really. Do they just want to see your titties? Do they want to see your face? Or do they want to see you talk, spit some motivational truth to them?
Can I be honest? I want to see the sexy. Show me your tits.
Wow. No, but I love what you said there, Jess, because I really like that. I want you guys to do a follower check, and that's keeping your followers accountable. What do y'all I love to see what people want to see from me. Mm-hmm. I know that I get a lot of views and conversation on my story, so I talk to people a lot on my story. But it's what do people want to see? Do people want? If people just want to see your ass and they don't care about what you want to say, you want to switch that around, because that's not a world you should want to live in. Because you're way more than your ass. I don't even like that, because I know I'm way more smart than just ass. So, I do ass. But I do ass, and I do have some.
I want to make it clear that the people you're talking about is people that care about that, right? Because people that don't, I don't care about that. I don't look at who's following, and seeing and engaging. But I do.
I like to see the engagement. I want to know. I really, if it was a perfect world and I had my choice, I would want people that wanted to follow me for the whole package. They were China's funny sometimes. I learn a little bit. I get a good review on something. I see some cool pictures, and she's attractive. I want to be there for all of it. I don't want people to follow me dang, ma, why don't you have no ass photo? Or post more pictures like this. I want people that are genuinely there. I know a good, maybe 90% of my followers. The other 10% are probably just people you meet in passing, whatever. But I know them. Those are my real people I've met in my life. So I like that more than just aimlessly having 75,000 followers that don't really care about me.
Well, I would love for you to post more videos that share your personality. Because Well, I'm seeing photo albums, but I don't see anything that mentions.
I was gonna say
the list that you mentioned.
No, because you guys don't watch my stories. I'm very.
I watch your stories, but you're not in there a lot of times.
I post so much stories, but that's big. But I like literally in my stories, I tell like people know that I tell crazy stories about like things I've been through. Like when I go places, I'm really
you do, but I will say your stories are more.
No, people get
involved, but I will say your posting is in the realm of
I only post like I try to post like once every month. And I try to find like a good travel picture or a family picture. Like that's like my photo album that I share with people. Like, and then I have so many more travel pictures I haven't shared, but I try to share like a good travel photo, good little caption, family, that's it. But I don't really post, I don't like posting videos on my story. I only posted a video on my story because I love Block Party PM. But typically that would not have been on my
Why is that? Why is that?
I don't like how it looks. It messes up like my aesthetic.
Really? But you can still have a still. Like you still have to have a photo that introduces that video. So why does it
I know. Even like I don't know. But I ended up liking how it looks right now with the three of us on there. And then the picture of me and my mom and then me by myself. I like it. But my next picture I feel like has to kind of blend with that. So I'm gonna find a
cool aesthetic. Listen, y'all, watch out for China's damn Instagram and this aesthetic that she's creating on there in her head and on her page. Shanae will, hopefully work better and post more, because Shanae, y'all know Shanae's loud as her personality is as loud as her voice. So we would love to see more of that. Me, y'all don't want to see
fucking thing, Jess. Same thing, bro.
Y'all don't want to see nothing else from me.
You guys, I'm gonna get them to take more photos because literally, like, I have to like force Shanae. Like when Shanae like has fun, she like puts her phone down, and that's like when I have fun.
Yeah.
When I have fun, I pick my phone up. And it's like, I've never not had.
Are you one of these?
She is. China is the type of person you go somewhere. She's the asshole that when you want to go to a dope spot, and then she's like, wait, hold on.
Listen, I'm not going to agree to that because I am the memory. I'm the memory creator. Like, Shanae, we were driving. We were in the hood the other day. And I'm like, hey, you ain't never, it's 2 a.m. You ain't never had a Snipsey picture.
She did.
Lesson of you to gonna take some Nipsey photos because memories matter. And I'm big on that. Like I love like the archive when you can look at like a year ago today. That's important because
it's not all night. But not all night, China.
I don't know. I would never. I know.
She's.
I'll put it down. I'll put it down but I mean I love to capture a few memories and then I'll put it down. But I definitely will. I love to capture the memories.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Well, y'all, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Block Party PM. We really appreciate you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts. We love to see it, and we will be engaging with you in the comments, so feel free to share your advice, how you're utilizing your social media. Do you give a fuck or don't you give a fuck? All right? See you next episode.
Bye.
Bye.